everyone. Welcome, welcome. And we are really excited about Jewelry Week, aren't we, Christina?
Well, we are thrilled to join you. This is a first for us, and we look forward to it.
And
Great.
we have a plastic divider
Yes, we do.
because we're mask people, so we wouldn't do this without a plastic divider. And it's so much fun for Christina and I to see each other up close. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Hi there. Yes.
So forgive us if we might be a little silly, but you know, what can you do? So we have some images for you guys, and we're gonna stop and show jewelry in between.
Yes.
And when Christina wants to share something special or a story,
I will do that.
She won't be shy, I'll tell you that. So off we go. Well, we welcomed you and thank you for welcoming us, New York City Jewelry Week. Really an honor. So the first thing we're going to do is talk very, very briefly, like touch on pearl history. So jewelry historians out there, don't think ill of us. We know there's more to this, but we won't have time. Then we're going to hop around on a global tour of pearls. Then we're going to talk about our founder, Salvador Assael. And he was bigger than life. And I think Christina will tell us a thing or two about him. And so will I. And then we're going to talk about the pearl revolution that's going on in jewelry, in fashion, etc. So, yeah, let's get on with it. Sorry, guys. We could have had pages of images of pearl history, but we've condensed it to show you that the oldest dated pearl we know of now is from 5800 BC, which makes it almost 8,000 years old. This pearl is in the Louvre. And you can see how the pearl has progressed throughout time. I don't know why it's not letting me progress through the images. There we go. Before any cultivated or cultured pearls, we have to talk about. The first pearls were obviously natural pearls. And if you look at the image on your left, they won't be the most beautiful pearls you'll see in this Assael, but for natural pearls, they're not bad.
Natural, and for natural pearls, yes, they're quite beautiful, actually.
Okay, but the opposite end, one of the most magnificent specimens of a natural pearl, is La Peregrina, the image in the middle. It was found off the coast of Honduras in the 1500s. It was gifted to Queen Mary of Spain. Then it had its own personal history through time and ended up on the neck of Elizabeth Taylor as a Valentine's Day gift from Richard Burton, which he purchased, bought at auction at Sotheby's. And, you know, nothing was boring with Elizabeth Taylor. As many of you know better than I do.
No, she was quite fantastic.
Yes, yes. And a boon to the jewelry business.
And wore her pearls extremely well.
She did,
yes.
She wore everything well. But it was delivered to their hotel suite in Las Vegas, Caesar's Palace, and it fell off the necklace. And you can see her on the right. The necklace was made, I think, by Cartier, with the La Peregrina drop. It fell into the carpet and everybody was bending down looking, and it was found in her little dog's mouth. And that is the first scratch that ever got on La Peregrina, but it's not bad. So before we go around the world, it's important to all of us and important to consumers in the jewelry business, important all along the supply chain, to know that pearls are the most earth-friendly gem.
Yeah.
And this is something, when I joined the company, this is something that my boss here let me know is very important to her.
Yes, it's very important. Pearls are benefiting from fresh, clean, cool water, and they act like filters to take in and let out purified water as they live and breathe in the oceans. There's nothing better anywhere than to love pearls, enjoy your pearls, think about pearls as you go swimming in the ocean. It is pure sustainability.
That's wonderful. I hope you're not hearing the beep every time I try to advance this. Whoops.
Yes.
And we just want to, we talk about pearl design, so everybody knows that pearls are having a moment. So this is to show you, this is most of the places that, that pearls come from. Let's go back to that. They come from the waters off most continents. And they're either nacreous or non-nacreous.
Yes, the nacreous pearls are the pearls that have this very beautiful, shiny nacre as a cover that is produced by the oyster, trying to rid itself from this pearl, because that is not how it planned to spend its life. But nacre it is. The longer the pearl is inside the mother oyster, the better the nacre, the richer the luster, and the better the color. This is A and O for pearls. Then we have the non-nacreous pearls. They are conch pearls. You see a little earring right here. Here is a precious little pink pearl, and it is small, but very rare.
Maybe higher.
Maybe up here. And if you get a piece of jewelry like this, you should be very happy. This is first class, non-nacreous, porcelaneous pearls.
Oh, yes, we can see the pearls. I have a way to see the pearls better, yes. Let's hold them up again, Christina.
All right. So these are the little conch pearls. They are so precious. They are very rare. The better the color, the better the flame inside the pearl, the more precious and desirable it gets. And I think they're absolutely gorgeous.
And the non-nacreous pearls are all natural.
Oh, of course they are.
Man has not successfully cultivated those.
I hope they never do.
As of yet, yeah, we hope they never do.
Yeah, I think they should be just right here. So, do you want to talk
That's
about
a mellow,
nacreous?
mellow.
This is, do we have an image here?
This is what everyone's seeing, the nacreous, non-nacreous
Okay,
chart. But we'll get to mellows in a minute. Hold on.
All right.
First, we're going to Japan.
Okay. Japan is a fabulous country, and it is fabulous for pearls. And Peggy is going to show, how about that for Japanese pearls? These Akoya pearls come up to the size of about 10.5 milli, and that is a miracle, because the little oysters that make them just do not want to have anything bigger than that.
I don't blame them.
I don't either. Ah,
So they were the first ever cultured pearls, late 19th century. They have the highest luster of any pearl, correct?
correct. Yes.
And so even people with big South Sea pearls, which we're coming to, will find that Akoya pearls, the more the merrier, will just do a different thing for what you're wearing or your complexion. Here we are to the northwest coast of Australia, to
Actually,
South Sea pearls.
could we go back to Japan?
Sure.
I want to tell you how
No,
my
sorry.
husband, is it all right?
There we go.
Great. I want to tell you how my husband discovered his love for pearls.
Yes.
He
It's a
was
great
in
story.
Japan after the war, the Second World War, and he was starting to do trading with the Japanese. He was frequently paid in pearls, and it intrigued him tremendously. And he said, you know, these are fabulous little white pearls. And he accepted them as payment and started to collect them. That was the very beginning of the Assael pearl trade. Now, where do we go next?
Yes. The northwest coast of Australia.
And why not?
Why not?
The
To South Sea pearls.
Oh, the South Sea pearls are, I think I just happened to wear a few.
This is Christina's personal strand, and I'm sorry that you all can't be here in person, but the luster is blinding. I'm having a tough time.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yes. Now, so the South Sea pearls come white and large and larger and largest. And as a matter of fact, this is.
I'm going to stop sharing so that the people have to see this.
Okay.
This is crazy.
Here we have a big Baroque South Sea pearl. Great luster, wonderful shape. And I thought we should make a fun ring out of it and not just a regular traditional ring. So I decided to make a pearl on a platter.
Hold it closer.
And so far it is wildly appreciated. How's
Yes.
yeah.
So people can see.
Yes. Very fun. So looking at Baroques.
Yes.
Looking at Baroques.
You guys are gonna
the very
pass out.
biggest Baroque pearl that I have ever seen is, ta-da! It is humongous. How anything, a mussel could produce something that big is beyond me.
Well, it was an oyster though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is totally irregular. The nacre is not fantastic, but it is such a showstopper that you tell me if you find something bigger and I'll challenge you.
I told Christina, let's measure it, and none of our gauges are big enough to measure it. So we thought we'd say we measured it and it measured golf ball reading.
Yeah.
Which is about what it is.
So, okay.
Are you ready to move on to Goldens?
Sure.
Well,
but shouldn't we?
Yeah, we have
shouldn't
more.
we sort of play around?
Oh, yes, we should.
I
Well,
mean, since we're talking about South Sea strands, this is a really yummy, gorgeous, magnificent rope of South Sea pearls that all come out of Northern Australia, Northern and Western Australia. This is such a gorgeous strand that it is gem, and lucky the woman who gets to wear this. Peggy. Yeah.
There's nothing here less than 15 millimeters and going up over 20. I'm just pulling these from a tray. This is, I'm so privileged to be at Assael. It's a name I've known since I came to New York in the business a long time ago. And there is no pearl inventory that can come, I think, close to our pearl inventory. I'm really proud. I'm grateful to work with all of this.
And I am thrilled to have you. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Are we getting too corny? Okay, now we're going to go back to the presentation.
All right. Now
to the sea between the Philippines and Indonesia, where the Goldens come from.
Yeah. Where do we have Goldens?
Oh, we have some here.
Oh yes.
Behind us, and we have.
Oh yes.
Well, I'll leave these here, and you can use the others.
I think this is rather smashing.
Yeah. By the way, the lip of the oyster is golden for golden pearls, and the lip color from the oyster will tell you what color pearl is inside. It's very, very interesting. You'll see later when we get to Fijian pearls that you'll see multiple colors. In Tahitian pearls, you'll see gray, black, and other, undertones of colors, but it's interesting.
And it is the environment that determines what the color of the oyster will produce. Let me see.
Looking for an example.
The Tahitians are
We're going.
absolutely magical, I think.
Yes, we'll go.
Here is not a little. Here is a very big, gorgeous, beautiful pearl.
A humongous pearl.
That is over 20 millimeters. This is unheard of in Tahitian, and I am thrilled to have it as part of the collection. Large sizes have really, they don't come out anymore.
I did.
The pearl, beautiful, yeah. The pearls don't come out anymore. An 18 millimeter Tahitian is humongous. An 19 millimeter South Sea is very large. And when you get to that size, the 1920s, they are extremely rare. Prices have gone up. They are not made anymore. They do not stay in the water. And since the size is completely controlled by how long the oyster is in the water, they are not kept down and farmed
Long enough.
Yes. But so the ones that we have that are incredibly large are Very few.
and increasing in value.
Yeah.
I think everyone needs to know how special Tahitian pearls are to Assael and how special Salvador Assael was to Tahitian pearls.
Mm.
So this man that introduced white South Sea pearls to America and most other parts of the world, the first to bring them to places, to market them, to make all these women realize that they wanted South Sea pearls when they had never even heard of them before. Met a Frenchman who knew that there were oysters off the coast of the French Polynesian Islands, and that there was a possibility for pearl farming.
Yeah, he did.
So they became partners,
Yeah.
and that little shack you see in the center is the only little structure that was on the atoll, the island of Moritea, that Salvador and his partner bought. And in the presentation, you'll see him in Tahiti with the fruits of the rewards, where you can see a bit on the right. But when I started, Christine explained to me that old, well, I won't say old-fashioned, pearl dealers of previous generations were limited as to the kind of Tahitian pearls they thought were fine.
Well, the tradition was always black, peacock, rose,
And gray.
and not even gray so much.
Mm.
Just very few colors would do. And certainly they did extremely well. Salvador started a whole new industry for French Polynesia, something that they had never really even thought about. Quite enormous, I think.
Yeah, in the 70s, and now, I mean, the
Well,
jewelry business, I mean, Tahitian pearls are such an important part of the pearl industry.
so let me tell you the story. When Salvador had enough pearls from this little atoll of Marutea, he put together a gem strand, and he walked up the avenue to Harry Winston, and he said, "Harry, I'm going to challenge you to sell this pearl necklace, because this is not dyed. These are natural color pearls." And it was a sensation. I did not know Salvador at the time. I had no idea of pearls, but the buzz was out. And even I heard, oh, there's a necklace, black Tahitian necklace.
You did?
And it's, yeah, I did. And so there was a whole sensation that he created. It was very special.
I do know that Harry Winston asked him what the price was, and that your husband answered, "I really don't know. It's the only strand that exists in the world. Let's put it in the window for $250,000. And in the 70s, $250,000 was $250,000.
Was a lot more than it is today.
Yes, and I think it sold in a few days.
Yeah, it sold within a week.
So yeah, that's one of my favorite
Quite fantastic.
stories. Yes. Next, we go to the Fijian Islands.
Yes.
And this is a new thing, and this is very much a Christina thing, because Salvador isn't with us, and it's up to Christina to continue innovating.
So when Salvador passed away, he handed me the business, and luckily I did know the producers, and they knew me because I had always traveled with him to all these extremely faraway places. And not so but. He bought, and I with him, the most magnificent, the cream of the crop of the very best. And they were the South Sea Whites, the Tahitians, and not much more in colors. Some golden, but not very much.
Shall I stop you and say that Salvador
Stop
kind
me.
of gave the Tahitian pearl farming business to the native people there, and you know, had an agreement that he would have cream of the crop pick. And for the white South Seas, you don't brag about him as much as I do, but he helped many young pearl farmers get their start financially, in exchange for part of their harvest, but the first best part of their harvest that he looked first. And then when there were tides and algae and typhoons and the harvests were ruined and the farmers were in trouble, Salvador was there to bail them out and always got repaid in the best pearls. So I think families of pearl farmers truly remember that. And Assael holds a special place in their hearts. I think that's important.
Well,
Now we can talk about what you did with Fiji. Sorry.
so, well, that's very nice. Thank you.
It's true.
So when I took over the business, I started to think, but there are other pearls than the very most, the finest Tahitian, and so on. There are a myriad of colors of Tahitian pearls. There are the Fiji pearls that would never have made the radar screen in Salvador's life. I looked for the magnificent Melo Melo pearl, which, what happened here?
They're seeing us more
they
instead
are?
of the
Okay.
screen. Yes.
So I said to myself, what a fabulous thing to have an orange pearl. It is non-nacreous,
Hold it up.
but it is. How could you not want this? This is gorgeous. Look at this. It is so rare, very rare.
It's about 35 millimeters, just to let people know.
It comes up from a sea snail that lives off the coast of Vietnam. And in the old days, when Vietnam was a kingdom, every pearl that was found, and it was not many of them, went straight to the royal family. And that was, of course, very, very nice. So there was a collection of them that was kept. There are others, but none of them. There are some that are a little deeper, a little browner.
Creamy color.
But this fabulousness is, I mean, you show me somebody who wouldn't like that.
And by the way, the chain comes off, the cage opens, so you can hold that mellow pearl in your hand. And it's undrilled.
And just know that it is a treasure.
It is totally a treasure.
Yeah.
So before we get back to, we have to do Fiji because it's
Fiji. Yes.
Part of.
Where are the Fijis?
These are the newest pearls to be cultivated. This just started in the 90s. And Christina decided she wanted to be the one to bring fine Fijian pearls to the US. And the most environmentally conscious, sustainable farmer there is Justin Hunter, and very little of the crop is gem at this point because it's so new, but we
But it's
have it.
growing.
It's growing.
Even so, the colors are a multitude. They're all natural. They are just fun and beautiful and can be taken as seriously as you want and just enjoy.
One of the strands that Christina has is the strand in the upper left quadrant, a kind of a pistachio color. And if you look at the shells on the left below the strand, you can see the lip, the colors in the lip.
That's right.
And the earrings on the right, one of our favorites. They're currently in the Saks Vault now and in the Saks Vault book, but it's a good display of Fiji colors, I think.
Yes. Quite unique. These are smaller. It's a subspecies of the Pinctada margaritifera, which is the Latin for the Tahitian pearl. And so this is a subspecies of that. So they're not the same. And the colors are just great. How could you not enjoy them?
For instance, I don't know if you can see with the small screen, I won't bring you through the share again. We do colored stones with the color tones in the pearls. So here's a very greenish, I actually don't remember if it's Fiji or Tahitian, with a pale green garnet. But let's move on.
We still see the presentation. Did you stop screen share?
No, I didn't want to keep, we're going to continue on with the presentation. Sorry,
Someone specifically asked to see the Fiji Pearls.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see the Fiji pearls then.
Yeah.
Someone asked, we like that.
Well, we do like that.
Here's the pistachio strand.
And here we have
A multicolor
a
strand.
multicolor strand. We should have a few more.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. I don't know where we hold them. If we hold them like this, maybe that's
Does
a
this
good
work,
thing.
Alex? You can
Up
see colors here.
Yeah. And they are blue and they are green and they are gold and they are a very pale gold that I actually call sunshine. I don't know what other color I could call them. And they're I don't know, they're just great. I love them. Easy to wear.
Yeah,
They dress you up as they
it's
dress you.
and Fiji pearls, well, all pearls. I mean, we don't think there is a woman that isn't a pearl woman. She just may not know it yet. But if you get the right type of pearl with the right color tone, either an organic Baroque shape or a round, there are pearls for every personality and every woman very uniquely.
Mhm.
And once a woman finds her kind of pearl, it's over. Forget it, you're hooked. There's just no end, we have to warn you. So, well, we're going to show you, we're going to finish
What
the
do we
types
have
of
up here?
pearls
What do we have over there?
we've shown. Some of these. We're going to,
Oh, these are like the Mistral necklaces.
so just by the way, the Duchess of Windsor, no,
She did not have a single Fiji pearl.
the Duchess
missed
of
out.
Sussex, Meghan Markle, has a Fiji strand, a multicolored Fiji strand that Jay Hunter put together that the government of Fiji gave to her. And
Yeah.
That was nice. We now have no more strong multicolor strands at the moment till the next harvest. So that was okay. Not strongly multicolor.
What do you call this?
Well, not round. I mean, not
No.
round gem strong multicolor.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean,
Oh,
you're right.
gosh.
That is multicolor. We want to, here's the global map again to say from all these locations, you can find Cashew pearls.
Yes.
Cashew pearls are pearls that are formed as a result of cultivation. They don't have the nucleus that's implanted to culture pearls, but because that oyster had a nucleus that's inside another pearl, it may cause it to form more pearls, or it may cause an oyster nearby even to form.
No, I think it is like a little byproduct of the pearl trying to rid itself of the nucleus. And so a little piece of mantle or tissue comes loose and stays inside the oyster and creates what in the trade is called a Cashew pearl. Cashew is heavier.
All nacre.
It is all nacre. It has a luster that is fabulous because the light penetrates and goes straight through the nacre. And what do we have? Oh, yes, we do have this.
These are South Sea Cashews, 100%
Look
nacre.
at this.
Look at the, I hope you can see the luster.
I
It happens
hope
to be
so.
surrounding natural deep lavender jade.
Yeah. So these Cashew pearls take all sorts of shapes. They are even more irregular than the Baroque pearls.
These are little Fiji Cashew pearls, and they look great when you wear a bunch of long strands together because they're very baby. And these are golden, you know, from Indonesia, the Philippines. These are golden South Sea Cashews. Sun moon earrings. These are, well, I'll go away from us and back to the screen share. Here they are, the earrings on an ear in the upper right-hand corner.
Yes.
These are all Cashews. And well, we've gone through the nacreous pearls now.
I think so.
The Akoya, the South Sea, the Tahitian, the Golden, and the Fijian, and the Cashew of all of those. So since it's much easier to see in a high resolution image, we thought we'd have a few. The image on the left are blue Akoya pearls, Japanese blue Akoya pearls with a coincidentally same color blue South Sea Baroque that we used at the top. These are the winter branch earrings. They kind of look like snow glistening. And on the right, to tie you into the future pearl revolution, this is our bubble collection by Sean Gilson for Assael. And it's a more modern wearable thing. Obviously, the earrings on the left are more formal and they're very large.
Yeah.
But let's.
I think that with Peggy's help, Assael took a big step into a whole new realm of pearls. How you look at them, how you appreciate them, how you wear them. Peggy created this fantastic, not only the bubble collection with Sean Gilson design, but the colors that I love so much.
Like on the left.
Like on the left.
Yes, the bicolored tourmalines with Tahitians.
I love that pair of earrings. I love it.
And she let me.
Well, why shouldn't I? The lady knows what she's doing.
So yeah, you can see the color tones of the pearls really can be wonderful with gemstones. And on the right is a new find of turquoise natural, and it has golden woody veins in it.
Mhm.
And so with a few little yellow diamonds on the clasp and golden South Seas, pearls are just wonderful. They can just invade everything in jewelry. Now, non-aqueous, we're going to the Bahamas. Anybody want to go to the Bahamas? I
Yes,
do.
I wouldn't mind. I would love to.
Drink with an umbrella on the beach.
Yes. And then pick up a conch shell
And miraculously find a
and
conch pearl.
miraculously extract a beautiful conch pearl. Well, we should all be so lucky.
It's the ring in the center with the lavender spinels around it.
Yes. Absolutely divine. However, as rare as these are, the amount of harvesting that is going on is too
Ooh,
much.
I'm sorry, I'm going
The pearls
wrong
can
way.
the oysters, and in this case the conch shell, cannot reproduce and sustain itself, and unless some very serious laws are implemented, the conch shells are going extinct. There is a rage. They cost a fortune. No, they don't cost a fortune, but they cost a lot. And unfortunately, there are people who say, well, I want to get in on the goodies. I want to make some money. And they go and harvest too much. That is not, that is a very sad fact, actually.
And so, I mean, this is the kind of thing that now that I'm hearing it again from Christina, she will probably tell me one day that she's part of some activist group that tries to stop this, but that's a good thing.
I'm actually, I
Sorry.
want to just talk for a moment about the CIBJO organization. That is recommending, there are people from all the different jewelry trades as members of this commission body of specialists that are recommending and implementing sustainability, not only in pearls or in coral,
But
but
in
in the
gemstones.
gemstones, how they are extracted out of the earth, and what is done to make them do this and not save and ravage nature, whether it's above or below the surface of the water.
We will be watching some of their presentations that delve into
Yes.
this we'll go back on YouTube if, and I'll show you the presentations that New York City Jewelry Week has taken that very seriously
Oh,
too.
wonderful.
You will love it.
I can't wait.
So finishing pearls, the mellow that Christina showed you is more valuable even than the conch.
Yes.
And you saw our caged pearl pendant there. We're going to try to, here's Salvador.
Monsieur.
And this is a section of the New York Times. Jewelers don't make it pearl dealers don't make it to the New York Times like this very often. He was very grateful to his father for having the insight to get out of Italy at the start of the Holocaust. And Christina told you about him. He was a soldier. He liberated a concentration camp. Was part of the liberation of the concentration camp.
He was because he had lived in Europe, grown up there. He spoke, of course, Italian, French, Portuguese, Spanish, some Japanese that came along with all his time spent in Japan. And as a result of being a young man in the army towards the end of the war, Salvador was functioning a lot as a translator in the liberation of Italy from Mussolini. And then he whatever his unit was, they went on into France. And towards the end of the war, there was the Battle of the Bulge that he participated in.
Famous battle.
The biggest battle of the war was the Battle of the Bulge. And he got
Was he honored?
well, it was a certificate, kind of, where it said that he participated, endured, and survived the Battle of the Bulge. And I think that speaks for just how rough it was. After that, the units went up to a place called Remagen that was in southern Germany, and it the troops went across the bridge at Remagen before the Germans had time to tear it down.
Wow.
That is how they invaded Germany, southern Germany, and he participated in the liberation of Buchenwald.
You know, I mean, throughout every part of his life, he was on the cutting edge, in the front. I mean, we're showing what he did.
Yeah.
He was the first to bring South Sea pearls to America.
Oh, yes.
Before they were even farmed in Australia. In fact, when they started farming South Sea pearls in Australia, Salvador got a few Japanese technicians to the Australian pearl farms to show them how to do it and actually help them skip a good few years in their journey to learning how to do this.
To produce them.
He really saved them a lot of time. And then there's the Tahiti story we told you about, and the photo in the center is Salvador. This
with
was
a crop.
With an entire crop.
Yeah.
And maybe 10%, maybe, of that was fine enough to come to the Assael office. And that trophy there is to remind me to tell you that the government did award him for creating so many jobs.
Yeah.
And as Alex told you, even before, well, we have the 2019, 20, and 21 runway shows, there was Salvador with his friend Oscar de la Renta in the 90s, putting South Sea pearls on everyone.
I remember when he selected the pearls to be made for the jewelry for the De La Renta show of Balmain in Paris.
Balmain, yes.
And some of the biggest, nicest, roundest, beautiful pearls were made into buttons for a suit. I thought that was special.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, but you know, there's pearls, there are all kinds of pearl adornments on clothes now, but I don't know that they're actually huge, fine South Sea pearls.
Well, I don't think so, but.
I don't think so.
But it's been done.
It's been done already by Assael. Well, I have to let this
What's going
You
on?
have to see this. I don't know. Sorry, everyone. We're having a going back problem. Here we go. So this is a video supposedly, and it's never had a problem before, but it's a video of an auction at Sotheby's of a
Oh.
huge South Sea necklace. And this $2.3 million sale holds the record today for a cultured pearl necklace.
Yeah.
So we want to be able to take some questions. So I'm going to finish quickly. This is the story of the colors with the pearls and Christina and Salvador. Too bad they're so unattractive, right? And my favorite expression from Recent magazine: in case you're currently living under a rock, there's been a huge resurgence of pearl jewelry lately. So we see that the current pearl craze that's going on isn't all of a sudden. I mean, we saw it goes back to 5800 BC, but really Coco Chanel is a good jumping point. She showed women how to wear lots of strands of pearls casually, to buy them for themselves, that they didn't, you could just do your thing. And
now today you can do your thing. My God.
Even more.
It is anything from the Fiji Pearls to Tahitians to
Fashion.
South Sea. There's fashion. There is excitement.
Red carpet.
Fun to wear. Red carpet.
New York Times, very recently, pearls are forever. And they are. You see the wide range of ages and personalities here. We love that. Different kinds of women and men. So great that men wear pearls. I think all the Jonas Brothers wear pearls, many others.
Well, they should.
They should.
Yeah.
And while they're singing love songs. Yeah, they don't have to be bling.
Aaron Lauder.
On the cover of Town. Well, no, in Town and Country, not the cover, I don't think.
No.
In Town and Country.
Yes, in Town and Country is wearing a fantastic row of pearls on her shoulder, which I think looks just beautiful.
And they're Assael pearls.
And they are.
Yes, they are. And we all hear about power pearls. I mean, look at these women. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, these are strong, powerful,
secure,
women.
Confident
women. These are the power pearls.
But they
power ladies.
Yes, but they all have an air of femininity about them too.
Of course.
These ladies.
Yeah.
And wearing with, all of your other jewelry, there's really nothing that you can't wear pearls with. And we're not gonna forget the bride. That's obvious. And we're gonna ask you to follow our blog, Obsessed by Pearls, and our Instagram, and we're gonna have some questions. And one of them is to Christina.
All right. So, are pearls the most earth-friendly gem, or are oysters the most earth-friendly sea creature? Can you talk about how the act of extracting pearls specifically is earth-friendly?
First question.
Yes.
Good question.
Yeah, very good question. Well, I think that pearls are probably as earth-friendly or sea-friendly as they come. I don't know that there's another creature above the water who is,
But are you meaning oysters?
yes,
Oysters, yes.
yeah. How, I don't see how any creature can be earth friendlier than an oyster. As we all know, um, when the pearl is extracted, it can be done very, very carefully, and it is. And another pearl can be inserted to continue growing. At some point, the oyster is opened, the pearl is extracted, and the flesh of the oyster is kept, refrigerated, eaten. Um, it can be packed into, I think they're packed into some kind of containers,
Flash frozen, maybe?
whatever they are.
Pressurized.
I'm not really sure. I haven't been part of
But
that.
there's no waste.
But there is no waste.
And the shell is used, the mother of pearl shell is used, but the oyster can have a few lives
Yes.
if the technician is
Good enough.
good and good enough and a professional. And also these farmers do cause a lot of baby oysters to exist. So the oysters are not being depleted.
No.
And they do filter the water.
The little oysters start from minuscule little babies that are no more than a millimeter or two. I've seen a whole bunch of them, and when you see a whole lot of them at the same time, then you see there's not a chance that you're going to find just one little tiny oyster. Anyhow, they are let out into the ocean, and they will grow. Time is up.
Yes.
Oh.
So Sea of Cortez pearls, we didn't speak about, I'm sorry. The largest Baroque pearl came from off the coast of Australia.
Yes.
If the question was where did the largest Baroque pearl come from?
It came
I think you're referring
from,
to this, or the largest ever in history. I
have
don't know.
no idea. This is the biggest I know about. And it comes from Western Australia off the coast of Broome.
Oh my God, that's the perfect place to end because I am Australian.
That's right, you're Australian.
And have you been to Broome?
I actually haven't, no, but
I recommend it.